Here we go. Hello everyone. Wow, this is jolly exciting, isn't it? Thank you. We're going to have a wonderful. Thank you so much if you're here and tuning in. It is, and especially if you're from Pontefract. I expect lots of fantastic heckles because, for people that aren't from Pontefract will wonder what on earth we're talking about here. But we'll get to that. It's so good to be here. I'm here. This is my upper room. Well, actually, it's called the sewing room. But don't tell my wife that there's not much room for sewing. There you go. I'm here. I have my daughter who's here fiddling with switches and things, making sure things are working okay. So hopefully we'll be cool tonight. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. There's going to be a few of my songs, a few oldies, some requests, and all sorts of stuff. So this is a new song. This journey is long and the path can be hard on your feet. Beyond the horizon are promises that you can't see, and the hills are ablaze with the sunlight that's out of your reach. Hey, you're not alone. Oh, you're not alone. Come take your place at the table. Come and let go of your cares. Yeah, come break the bread and come raise a glass. Come for your places for that. And you'll find a door that's wide open. You'll find a shelter from the storm. You'll find a heart that's as wide as the sky that welcomes you into the world. When the warmth of the sun brings you memories of brighter days, as the trees whisper secrets passed on by the cold winds of change. When daylight is fading and home can seem so far away. Oh, you're not alone. Oh, you're not alone. So come take your place at the table. Come and let go of your cares. Come break the bread and come raise a glass. Oh, come for your places for that. And you'll find a door that's wide open. You'll find a shelter from storm. You'll find a heart as wide as the sky that welcomes you into the world. So take off your pack, set it down as you come through the door. Take the weight off your feet, pull the chair up and enjoy the warmth. As we share our stories of places we've all been before. Oh, you're not alone. Oh, you're not alone. So come take your place at the table. And come and let go of your cares. It's one of the things I love about these online gigs. You know, you have to imagine the the response. So, what are you saying?
You need to talk a bit louder.
I need to talk a bit louder. Apparently, I'm talking louder. Well, get this. We got this. We got this. So who's here? John. Hi, John. John. Wow. And John Curry. So we've got kind of Essex, and we've got Scotland. We've got the whole, and we've got everything in between. And we've got Mike Peatman here. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. So one of the things I'm going to do a little bit of a sort of wander through lots of old, like I said, lots of old songs. But this song isn't an old song, okay? But it is kind of biographical, and it's fairly new. Well, it is new because it's not recorded yet, but it has this bit that you can join in with, okay, where you have to shout back to me, and obviously I won't be able to hear. And it goes, and Turkey, somebody from Turkey is here. Hi, Turkey. Or does that mean there's a turkey listening? I don't know. Sorry, I'm just being distracted by the comments, which are over there. Anyway. So, it goes to this. You never can tell, you never can tell, you never can tell, you never can. You repeat, you never can tell. You get what I mean? Okay? So you just have to do that. It'll work in a live kind of thing, honestly. She grew up in a God-fearing home, was as pure as the fresh laid snow. Had a laugh that sang like a mountain stream, and a face was sun-kissed gold. Everyone around says she would settle down with a man who was raised up well. Just goes to show that you never can tell. You never can tell. Oh, you never can tell. Just goes to show that you never can tell. Well, he grew up in a place by the sea. His life was a storm-tossed wave. He spent his days having fun and his nights on the run and his love on the broad highway. Everyone around said he was going down with a life that was raising hell. Just goes to show that you never can tell. Ah, you never can tell. Oh, you never can tell. Just goes to show that you never can tell. Woo! Call it fate or call it chance or call it meant to be. But two lives come from worlds apart and collide for all to see. And everybody said, well, it crashed down, and everyone thought they failed. Just goes to show that you never can tell. You never can tell. Oh, you never can tell. Just goes to show that you never can tell. Okay, this is a verse I forget. It was never gonna be the easy road, but then again it never is. But when you got love that's closer than a glove and sweeter than an angel's kiss, you don't give a thought about what should not work out in this funny old world. Just goes to show that you never can tell. You never can tell. Oh, you never can tell. Just goes to show that you never can tell. You never can tell. You never can tell. Just goes to show that you never can tell. There you go. So, for those of you that wonder, this instrument here is a gazook. It is it was made by Colin Kendall, who is an instrument maker. I got it at a folk festival last year. Wonderful little instrument, and it hasn't got a name. So if you've got any ideas for a name for my thing, could you put that out there? Thank you very much. There you go. It's called a gazook because it's half a bazook or a bouzouki and half a guitar. There you go. You see, always learning things at my concerts. Great, isn't it? So I said that I'd be doing some covers and I'd be doing some of my songs. So before we get really launched into what I'm doing, I'd like to do this because I've been singing it this week. Sorry, was that quiet? I've been singing this song a lot this week. Is that better, Andy? Right. Here we go. Still not in tune, sorry. We've actually got a few lights up here just to sort of, give the ambience. It's also making it like a sauna. This is all for you, you lovely people. When are you gonna come down? When are you going to line? Should have stayed in the fall. I should have listened to my old man. You know you can't hold me forever. I didn't sign up for you. Not a present for your friends to open. This boy is too young to be singing blues. La da 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 da. So goodbye, the brick road where the dogs of society howl. You can't blind me in your penthouse. I'm going on back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the wood, hunting the horny bag toad. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. What do you think you do there? I guess you shoot down your plate. Take you a couple of vodka and tonics to put you on your feet again. Maybe to find a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongrels who ain't got a penny, sniffing for tidbits like me on the run. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. Can't plant me in your penthouse. I'm going on back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the wood, haunting the horny back toad. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. La, na, 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 na. La, na, na, Ah, there you go. I got it. I had to sing that one first because, before the I'm drinking. This is. You see this. This is my new travel mug. It's actually the new one from this year's tour that isn't actually happening at the moment. So these are even more collectible because there is no tour. So they're very worth buying from my website. I think that's a good sign. Stop laughing at me. I think that's a My mother-in-law. I've managed to get onto this chat. Hooray! Yeah, good. It's always a laugh when your mother-in-law turns up. I don't know. What with Pontefract hecklers and my mother-in-law, this is going to be a fun night. So what I'm going to do, I thought, I've spent the last, I don't know, 20 odd years recording things, and a little bit more, I guess. Actually recording my own and albums that I've been in bands with have been for about 20 years now. And so I'm going to show you what a plagiarist I really am. Because I just nick ideas left, right and centre. And people call them influences and all of those kind of things. And I suppose that's what it is, isn't it? A lot of you, many of you would have heard the kind of story of how I got, how I started in sort of music. I was 11 years old when I had a car crash and smashed up my leg quite badly. So I was in hospital for ages, and my mum bought me a guitar, my first guitar, and learnt all these songs with 3 chords, A, G, and E. So it was things like, do you wanna dance and hold my hand? Tell me, baby, I'm your loving man. Oh, baby, do you wanna dance? Easy, 3 chords, fantastic. I really kind of got into, really like the sort of the rock and roll and rockabilly stuff, and things like, one of my favourite bands when I was growing up was Stray Cats, Anyway, the bit that I can't play. Where did it go? Anyway, we won't go there. But loved the Stray Cats. And all that rock and roll kind of thing. In fact, I remember years ago I wrote a song that was really kind of, obviously the influence came from that whole rock and roll thing. It went like this. And feel free to throw in your shooby-doo-wops. It went. I've seen a flower bloom in the sunshine, and a newborn baby cry. I've seen a million stars flung into space and even shoot across the sky. But nothing compares to the love that you've given to me. I've seen the sunrise over the mountain, set into the sea. I've seen the birds sing their song in the morning, seen them flying high and free. But nothing compares to the love that you've given to me. I've seen the sunlight shining from heaven. I've seen the rain clouds shedding their tears. I've seen the beauty of all God's creation as it's lasted throughout all the years. Oh, I've seen the birds sing their songs in the morning. I've seen them flying high and free. But nothing compares to the love. No, nothing compares to the love. Oh, no, nothing compares to the love that you've given to me. I remember singing that ages ago, and goodness me, we had a big do on that I sang it at in Brighton, and Yeah, yeah. But I didn't often get to do the kind of music I really liked until in '99. A group of me and a group of my mates, Gav and Danny and Hugh, we got together and we recorded this. I know you know. I know you know. Which at the time we were trying to do some sort of outreach stuff, and we had this idea to do some songs, and I had a load of these songs that I'd written, and the influences at the time were all sort of Britpop kind of things, but there was loads of stuff going around, and so I was trying to do, grab some of that and getting ideas from all kinds of places, everything from Oasis to Delirious to all of these kind of things, I came up with a song. Called Big Fat River, which was a bit of a hit at the time. But actually, when I think back on it, I just think it was a little bit. I don't know. I don't sing it now, but see what you think it would. And I wrote it because I had this cool effect on the guitar that kind of made the guitar it was a flanger effect, but it made the guitar sound like it was being turned on and off really quickly. And it was a gimmick, but it worked for the song, which I'm not going to do now, but there you go. Standing next to you is like standing in refreshing rain. And getting wet is like having it all washed away. And your love is flowing, pouring down into a flood. And your love, yeah, it's flowing all around like a big fat river of love. All I want is to fall deeper than I thought I could into the river of your love. To sink or swim, it doesn't matter what. And I was really pleased. I was really pleased at the time with that little chord sequence until I realised that loads of other people were doing it as well. And the second verse, I have to admit, the second verse from that song was a complete rip-off of some Martin Joseph lyrics. So yeah. Anyway, there you go. The album was called I Know You Know, and it came from a line of the song. But we were a rock band, or trying to be a rock band, and every rock band needed to have a song called Paranoid, and we had one, and it went something like it was based on Psalm 139, but it was so we go here. Big flash, thought I saw a flash gun. Not that I'm paranoid, just I know that you've been following me. I know you know everything about my soul. There's nowhere that I can go and you can't find me. You must have eyes in the back of your head. Whatever I do, I can't turn away from you, no matter how hard I twist. You make me paranoid. You got a hold on my life. Take me to a place that I never thought I'd be. You got a hold on my life. And to the place where I've never been so free. You got a hold on my life. Take me to a place that I've never been so free. But I guess my favourite song from the album was there was a song at the time by Joan Osborne that was in the charts. It was what if God was one of us, just a slob like one of us? just a stranger on the bus trying to find his way home. And what I really liked about that song is it kind of gave us gave us some, I don't know, a license to start asking God some serious questions about, well, where are you? And so my response to it was this. It was it's called a song called Hey God. Hey God, are you sitting comfy? Hey God, then I'd like to begin. Hey God, there's a few things on my mind that you can help me with. Tell me, God, from where you're sitting, do you see the world we live in? Can you feel the things we're feeling? God, do you know? 'Cause I believe that you love us dearly. And I believe that you want us to be free. I believe, but I don't understand. Can you tell me, hey God, do you feel lonely? Sitting up in heaven all on your own, while things fall apart down here. Or do you have a party all around your throne? Do you cry when you see the things we do? Do you know what it's like in our shoes? Do you know what we're really going through? God, do you know? 'Cause I believe that you love us dearly. And I believe that you want us to be free. I believe, and I don't understand. Can you tell me? So yeah, that's so angst, songwriters' angst started to come out then, and then many of you will know that I lost my dad in the 9/11 attacks on New York in 2001, and I wanted to say, I wanted to talk about really. I felt like I had a lot of stuff to say after 9/11. I really wanted to. It's there. There you go. Thank you. I really wanted to say loads of stuff about what had happened, and I felt the best way that I could say that, and I had a bit of a license to say something, and the best way I could do that was to write songs and to sing songs, and so I wrote a bunch of songs, and eventually got around to with a guy called Simon Goodall, who Mike Rimmer, a friend of mine, put me in touch with. Mike is a fantastic guy, and he put me in touch with Simon Goodall, who was a songwriter and a singer, and but also had his own studio and was setting up his own recording thing. And Simon helped me to record my first album proper, which was this one. It's called Dancing with Seagulls, and this one says work copy because it's my work copy. I want to sing a song off of that album and it was interesting. You see, the thing is, as a songwriter, I've been on this real journey of really trying to work out what I'm supposed to sound like. There's all this rock and roll stuff that I really like, and then there was all this Britpoppy stuff and everything. But I also like, there's so many influences coming, and you think, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do this. And so this was really the start of kind of trying to find my sound. And one of the songs that I recorded on this album was a song called Sail Away. And I remember we shot a video for it in Switzerland with a friend of ours, Mark Fels. if you after this, not now, but after this, go and have a look on my YouTube channel at the Sail Away video. You'll see a younger me and a very much younger son of mine who will love me for telling you that. Seen that shines brighter than I could ever dream, far beyond my fantasy. A light so strong, so warm, so real. I walk this road mile upon mile to see the light celestial smile. I travel wide and I travel far, but the light shone in my heart. Sail away. So yeah, that was Sail Away. I remember there's so many of these songs, and a lot of songs I kind of remember where I wrote them, and that's the funny thing. But there is one thing that there's one thing that I sung a lot. that I really don't know where it came from. I know what it's about. I know what I'm talking about in the song so well, you know. But I have no recollection of writing it, and so this is perhaps one of the first songs that some of you might recognise if you've just been coming to gigs and things and haven't known me longer than 20 years. since I was a kid. All the memories fade of the things that I did. But dancing with seagulls, those long lonely nights will live to remind me the rest of my life of the pain and the hurting of not being free, and the long lonely search for who really was me. And now that I've found him, and now that I'm free, I remember the dancing the seagulls and me. Dancing with seagulls was my favorite game. It captured my idle thoughts and of the pain of the long, lonely evenings. I would be free. Dancing with seagulls, I say. Dancing with seagulls was my favorite game. It captured my idle thoughts and of the pain of the long, lonely evenings when I would be free. Dancing with seagulls, I say. Dance with me. Whew. Oh. So seagulls, dancing with seagulls, and that song's been really interesting because people seem to connect with that song. You know, we all have places, I suppose, that we like to go to escape from, and or to, when we're trying to get away from things. And that was one of my escape places right now. We'd like to, I guess a lot of us would like to escape this isolation that we're in, but hey, we're all here together, and it's lovely. I love seagulls. Sounds great on my TV, says Mike Peatman. Good old Mike. Hey, look. This is my seagull. Good, eh? So that was Dancing with Seagulls. I might come back to that in a bit. I don't know. What did I do after that? Oh yes. So we went here. We went to New York, and with Al Chazar, again a Mike Rimmer kind of connection. We did the New York sessions, and Al was amazing. He let us go into his studio while we were filming a video over in New York City for Streets of This Town, and we recorded this album, and he was wonderful. Al, he got in all these local musicians just to do these these mad recordings of some of these songs, and yeah, I don't know. Shall I sing anything over that? I don't know. Jesus to the world, singing myself to sleep. All we need is love, something to die for, or in the light. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's one of them, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Let's do I'll just sing you a bit of this. Because this was a real ranty song. Do I write many ranty songs? Do you think I rant? I have to ask my daughter these things. You know, sometimes I rant. This was perhaps the first time I really ranted. And a lot of my rants back then were all to do with how globally nations were responding to terrorism and to war and all this kind of stuff, and it just seemed to me that it was a big cycle of hatred and everything, and I just I had to get it out, and it went. And I remember going upstairs in our old house, and my daughter was humming away in her bed, just trying to get to sleep, and that's what she used to do. She used to sing herself to sleep, and so that's where this came from. I'm safe here, lying in your arms, while the world outside me screams. run through fields of restless sleep. Out of reach inside my dreams, and I singing myself to sleep, and I pray love will keep us safe. Lead me not into complacency. Help me not to be a fool. While the world runs around blind and carefree, keep me running after you. Oh, singing myself to sleep, and I pray God will keep me safe. And weak calls to weak, and the wars continue, bearing nothing for the pain, and the innocent crumble like pawns in a game, and their blood runs down with the tears that they weep, and run all together like rivers in the street. And I singing myself to sleep, and I pray God will keep us safe. And some of these songs won't be very much like the original because I can't remember them. And I'm sitting here and my daughter's kind of pulling faces as I forget the words. But there you go, there you go. And that song, interestingly, that song with that chord sequence, I've been listening. My brother in America, Trevor, he had introduced me to Dave Matthews, and there was a Dave Matthews song, and I can't remember which one it was, that had a really similar kind of chord sequence and that I really liked, which kind of, I guess, takes us on a little bit. Actually, let's sing this because somebody's just mentioned this, and this was off on the next. This was on the next CD, which was called Dark Clouds Fighting. I don't know if I've got that here. And this one, no, I haven't. But it was recorded in my loft, and it sounds like it. So don't buy it. There are people hawking cheap versions or cheap copies on eBay. Do not buy it because it's not very good. But I remember I'd had an operation, a hernia operation actually, and I was laid up for a little bit and sat in the back garden, and this is one of the songs that I wrote. And I recorded it on Dancing with Seagulls, but then I didn't like it because it was done with a piano, and I really wanted to do it with a guitar, so it's like this. And maybe this is a song for now as well. Birds are still singing despite all the noise we get around here these days, and I guess it's the sound of their music that keeps my mind wandering. And the clouds are fighting for the best piece of sky, and the sun still has its way, and the birds are still singing, and you're not far away. And birds are still singing their same old song. And I'm happy to be with you while the world goes spinning on. There's a radio playing almost out of my ear, but I can just make out its song of a heart that's forgotten and a love that has gone. And the birds are still singing their same old song. And I'm happy to be with you while the world goes spinning on. And the birds are still singing their same old song. I'm happy to be with you while the world goes spinning on. Yeah. I'm glad somebody shouted that and mentioned that. I'm just trying to sort of keep up with some of the things. Hang on a minute. So yeah, the next album, which was interesting, this Dark Clouds Fighting, and I suppose that's the title track of it. But and this brings me to my first, well, I think it's the first request actually, because there was like I say, Trevor, my brother, he'd introduced me to Dave Matthews, and then on the back of Dave Matthews I kind of discovered John Mayer, and I think Trevor talked to me about John Mayer as well. And somebody asked if I could sing this a John Mayer song. The answer is no, because the song you've asked for, I can't play it because I haven't had time to learn it. But it really kind of it was and it's a lovely song. It's called Neon, and it's got some lovely chords in it, and he detuned his guitar to play it, which I'd never done before. I'd never sort of played with tunings before I'd heard this, and you know, it's got a, I don't know, lovely chords in it with these sort of she comes and goes and things like that, and which I can't play very well. Just lovely chords. Aren't they lovely chords? Neon, 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 neon. Who knows how long, how long, how long? Yeah. How's it going? Something like that. Anyway, so I can't play it. That's the short answer. But it didn't. I loved that. I loved the sound of it, and I kind of ended up with my kind of. Went something like that. Anyway, it was a song that I still can't play, and I wrote it, but it was that kind of, and then it kind of goes into this, and it was this whole idea, this new style, this new kind of strummy thing that I got into, and which was really good because and I'd written a song about a girl that we used to live with. A girl who had died of AIDS, and her name was Elena, and I'd wanted to write this song for Elena. It was a real celebration of her life, really, and it sounded, you know, she died of AIDS, it sounds very depressing, and it was tragic. but she was an amazing person who lived an amazing life, and so it was all that kind of slappy thing, and and that's where this song came from. It came from Elena's story and all those musical influences. Searching for peace of mind and soul. Elena came with empty hands. Elena was a lady of dignity, with a broken body and a thirsty heart. Elena came longing to be free from a past that tore her life apart. Down by the river, into the water, down by the river, into the water, wading in deeper, letting the power carry her, yeah. Oh, yeah. In the morning when the sun reveals a brand new day, Elena will go walking over the hills, she left so far away, remembering the life before she fell. Elena was a lady of beauty, been being dimmed by a broken life. Tears fell for the place she longed to see. She knew that it was something she would find down by the river, into the water, letting the power carry her down by the river, into the water, wading in deeper, letting the power carry her, yeah, yeah. Elena had a heart like a wild waterfall, longing to find a bigger stream. She heard the call. Elena found the promise of her dream. Elena had a heart that could not be crippled, and a spirit that could not give up the fight. Elena was a jewel in the heart of the people. Elena found the pearl of greatest price down by the river, into the water, wading in deeper, letting the power carry her down by the river, into the water, wading in deeper, letting the power carry her down by the river, into the water, wading in deeper, letting the power carry her down by the river, into the water, wading in deeper, letting the power carry her. So yeah, Elena. So there was that one. Goodness me. Have I got any comments I need to sort of forward the higher and just remind? Let's have some more hope. Yes. Well, we haven't got to that album yet, so maybe hope in yeah, we can hope for hope. Yeah. Ah, Karen's there. Hello, Karen. Hi, Roger. Yes. Good old Roger. Look, claps. I got rounds of applause. Wow, God, jolly good. There you go. So yeah, so I'd had this in between moment with these two albums that one in New York and then one in my attic that hadn't come out particularly well, And then my friend Gareth, who I'd met, and I'd been touring with Gareth Davies-Jones, he introduced me to the guys up in Scotland at a place called The Foundry, which is a wonderful little recording studio. And I got to work with and become very good friends with the guys there, Sandy Jones and Graham Duffin. And Graham, some of you will know, Graham is the guitarist out of Wet Wet Wet, and such an incredible opportunity to work with these guys who really helped me, I suppose, discover this new kind of, well, some draw out of me this kind of sound, I suppose, and I kind of, you know, stuck with this whole kind of slappy kind of thing that I was going on with, but they kind of drew out a song out of one of my songs, if that makes sense, you know. And it was my first time really working with a producer that really kind of bounced things off me in a way that I felt really comfortable with, you know. So and one of the songs, the first song on the album that I did, actually this is no good because the album, my copy of Best Thing That Happened hasn't actually got the cover in it. I mean, how bad is that? And it's a lovely cover. There you go. And I won an award for that album. I won an award. I'm award winning. So there you go. So let me just sing. I'll just sing you this song because I haven't sung it for ages and I like this song. About a place in the Lake District called Dungeon Gill, which is a wonderful pub next to a waterfall called Dungeon Gill that goes up to a lake, and we climbed it. Goodness me, probably about 15 years ago. Into a mountain, thought I saw an angel. She smiled and pointed to the top, said it never rains there. Then she was gone, blown away like my mind. And I heard her singing in a tumble down voice, like a waterfall fall, finding out its course, singing songs of freedom, dancing on the rock, songs of life. Where were you when the sun broke through, where the light spilled like gold on the ground? Did you open your soul and did you take it in, or did you stand with your head in the ground? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I heard her playing like a young woman played. She was chasing out the rain, just like the blessing heaven gave. And if now was dark, tomorrow would be a brand new day. And I see rainbows and I see tears, but I've been carried through all these years. Now I need these arms that took my pain. Yeah. Where were you when the sun broke through, where the light spilled like gold on the ground? Did you open your soul and did you take it in, or did you stand with your head in the ground? Did you put on the shades, did you turn on the light when the light shone into your soul? Did you open your eyes and believe you could fly, let the light make your spirit whole? Yeah, 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 yeah. If these mountains should fall to the sea, wouldn't change a thing that I believe, 'cause I was there. I know the power that raised them up to the sky. My faith ain't subject to what I see. My faith is the substance of things I see. beverages. You see, my wife is watching downstairs and she can say my voice is getting croaky, so she lubricates it. And it's orange juice. That's all it is. Okay? So yeah, another song off that album that Clive has just mentioned. Good old Clive. Hi Clive, lovely to see you, mate. With lots of references to people like Billy Bragg and Sid Vicious and the police, in terms of the law enforcement agency and not the band, who I had a certain relationship when I was growing. Stolen cars and railway yards and dog ends on the ground. Neon lights that flash in time with Billy's mellow sound. Sid was dead and then he said that it's time for us to go. While the man with his board said he talked to his Lord, he said he'd pray one day I'd know. 16 tons of hope had come and gone with a second wind. We had a fun, but the summer sun, it was bitter at the end. Mom and me, we thought we'd be free, so we packed up and hit the road. Man with his board said he talked to his Lord, he said he'd pray one day I know that the world spins around and there's dirt on the ground and beauty comes out of the sod. One day soon, yeah, I'll be a friend of God. Never thought I'd find myself down on my knees with my head in my hand. No hope, no life, nothing, just some memories of the things I thought I had. God's ways are a mystery, well, a mystery is where I found myself. Alone but not alone, oh, I found myself. It goes around and comes back again. Sometimes these things they settle down. I got a wife and kids, now my family live in the house on the edge of town. The lads take their bikes and their cars to the yard and they play that life I knew. While I stand indoors and I talk to my Lord, I hope they find it too. That the world spins around and there's dirt on the ground and beauty comes out of the sod. One day soon I'll be a friend of God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. While the world spins around and there's dirt on the ground and beauty comes out of the sod. One day soon I'll be a friend of God. Ooh, one day soon I'll be a friend of God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so and I guess around, like I say, around this time I was touring with Gareth Davies Jones, and kind of enter another influence really, because Gareth's style is very different to mine. I think Gareth is a brilliant guitarist. You know, when I'm with him, I wouldn't say that, you know, because I don't want him to get big-headed or anything, you know. But no, seriously, Gareth Davies Jones, really worth checking out. And actually, at the moment, he's doing these lovely little lockdown sessions where he's doing a lot of his old songs as well, just him and a guitar, and they are, you know, some of them are really beautiful. But let's have a look. Is this going to work for me? So he introduced me to this tuning, Dadgad tuning. We got to play a lot of places together. We toured all over the country, and a lot of people that perhaps are on this chat. You know, maybe I first met you. Yeah, Dave Greenwood. First saw you live with Gareth. There you go. Nice one. I owe a lot to Gareth, really, and I really hope we get to do some stuff together soon. You know, we do talk about that sort of thing, and we'll see where it goes. But yeah, you know, and the funny thing is when you're writing songs in different tunings, you get a really different feel. You know, I mean, it's a wonderful tuning, Dadgad. It's a real folky kind of tuning, and you know, quite a popular kind of tuning. But I've been given a request for a song which I haven't sung for a long time, and I'm hoping I can remember the words. Because as a songwriter, you know, and I guess as an artist, and I guess so many of us go through this kind of feeling like you're really trying to say something, whether it's through songs, whether it's through art, whether it's through the work that you do, whether it's, you know, if you're a minister or whatever, you know, you're trying to do something and you're banging this drum and you're hoping that people hear what you've got to say. And all the time, whilst you're there with people, sometimes you feel like the loneliest person in the crowd, you know. You know, and we all have, you know, we're all experiencing some sort of isolation, but at the moment, but so often in everyday life, people feel very isolated. And I remember going through a particular time when I was thinking, you know, I've been doing this singing and everything for so long. Is anybody actually listening to what I say? And it's funny actually, because we used to listen to a lot of the Just William stories when we used to go on long car journeys. We used to have them on CDs, and there was this one line, and I can't remember what story it was, but it had the line that there were signs of departure strewn across the floor, and I thought that was such a wonderful phrase, and so I kind of nicked it and put it in this song. But somebody requested this song. It's called Can Anyone Hear? I sometimes get to wondering if anyone would notice me quietly slip away. When my songs are done, they're singing, and everyone's done listening and heading their own way. There's still a storm inside, and I'm here without a ride. If I could have just one wish, I would hope that all this wouldn't be for naught. I hope that I leave more than signs of my departure strewn across the floor. There's still a storm outside, and I'm here without a ride. Can anyone hear? Does anyone know what goes on behind the brush that paints a master stroke? Can anyone see the image in me trying to make its way upon the page upon the wall? Oh, if I could have just one wish, well, I would ask that all this, it wouldn't be for naught. Oh, well, I hope that I leave more than signs of my departure strewn across the floor. 'Cause I'm here without a ride, and I don't see the light. Can anyone hear? Does anyone know? remember doing that. That was my end of the gig song, and I used it a few times and then stopped using it because I really went away depressed. But no, it was it was this whole kind of this tuning, this dad-gad tuning, and you can do so much with it. I've used it in the Olympian song where it went. And then Sunshine on the Hill where it goes. Our tired feet must go, but we hear the gentle waters as they whisper soft and low. Shepherd whispers gently as he leads us onward still. There are shadows in the valley, but it's sunshine on the hill. But what you find this sort of tuning is really good for is for playing playing different jigs, different reels, and I've got a new song which is from my upcoming project, which you can pre-order from my website. And if you pre-order it, there are all sorts of rewards you can get. So you can pre-order one package and you get the cup, and you can pre-order another package and you get the hat. Look at that. What's not to like? But there are different things you can do, and you can get your name on the album artwork and all of that kind of stuff. And it's just a really good way of supporting live music. What I do helps me do this kind of thing, and so yeah, just thank you for that. If you've already done that, if you just want to support whatever in the blurb beneath down here, I think is a link to you can just give me some money. But I would much prefer you go away with something. So please do visit my shop on my website and find something that you can buy. Anyway, what was I going to do? Yeah, so this is the new song, Always Heading Home, and for this, because I do some looping, I have to hear what I'm going to do, and so I need to wear headphones. But that looks silly, doesn't it? I could do that. I could wear the other hat. Okay. I'm wearing the other hat. Here we go. How's that? Yeah, that's okay, isn't it? Hey. I feel like an American. Anyway. We knew it was coming. It caught us unawares. There's always fair warning, but we are so well prepared. But the sun will rise again today, like the sun has always done. We'll carry on along that way, always heading home. We're always heading home. And promises were made in good faith and in bad, and memories will fade of the darker days we had, and the sun will rise again today, like the sun has always done. We'll carry on along that way, right on the eye, and stay when breath is done. And the sun will rise again today, like the sun has always done. We'll carry on along our way, always heading home. And the sun will rise again today, like the sun has always done. We'll carry on along our way, always heading home. We're always heading home.
Oh, so I like a bit of looping. Hang on, I'm just down here. I'm just changing something. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. So let's have a look. So as I've got the hat on, you see, yeah, let's do this. Let's tune the guitar. So here's a joke for all you mind readers.
La-di-da.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're all a bit suffering from the heat up here now. So let's see how we go with this.
They make their walls from the west to the east. They watch them crawl from the best to the least. Watch everyone fall. Make 'em bow at their feet. That love is bigger stack up their guns as they pile them up high, load up their bombs, and they aim for the sky. The time will come in the blink of an eye, but love is bigger. Love is bigger than a hurricane. When it blows away, only love remains. Floods will come with a harder rain. When the flood's gonna wash my love away. Love is bigger than the blackest night, than the fear and the hate and the parasite, or greed, or the avarice. Love is bigger, yeah. They make their plans to bring the whole world down and terror lands in the cities and towns and crooked hands. Twist truth around, love is bigger. And everyone thinks that God's on their side. Everyone says that they've got it right, but everyone needs to open their eyes, 'cause God is love, and love is bigger. Love is bigger than a hurricane. When it blows away, only love remains. Floods will come with a harder rain, and the flood's gonna wash my love away. Love is bigger than the blackest night, than the fear and the hate and the parasite, than the want or the greed or the avarice. Love is bigger, yeah, 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 yeah. Love is bigger than a hurricane. When it blows away, only love remains. Floods will come with a harder rain. When the flood's gonna wash my love away. Love is bigger than the blackest night, than the fear and the hate and the parasite, than the want or the greed or the avarice. Love is bigger, yeah. Love is bigger than the hurricane. When it blows away, only love remains. Well, there we go. That was that guitar. So love is big. Yeah, I can take those off. Oh, hot. Where's my other hat? Where's my real hat? I mean, no, these are great hats. Buy one. So it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to have to finish very soon. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. I'm just waffling on here, aren't I? It's not the same not being able to heckle. I'm terribly sorry. Loving the overdrive of passion and the overdrive on the guitar, I think, was the battery going. Thanks, Don. Don, I'm so sorry I can't be with you, but maybe later in the year, mate, we'll get up to Soul Coats. That would be great. I've got one more request that I must do. But I just want to thank Richard and everybody.
at Pontefract, Pontefract Congregational Church, who've done a brilliant job at looking after me over the years, and really owe them so much. They're incredibly good friends, and they have made tonight really kind of possible, I suppose, with just encouraging me to do that, to do this tonight and everything. And they've sponsored the gig as well, which for me in these times is really helpful. So thank you so much. I really hope that it's blessed you. I realise actually I haven't done Rob Hare's song, and I'm sorry, Rob. To be honest, Ashton Lane do it so much better than me, and I'd mess it up if I did it. I honestly would. It's a song that Ashton Lane, the brilliant Ashton Lane, did with Rob Hare. We'll see. Let's have a go at this first. It's quite a journey we're on this life, really, and this song, I think, is one of the songs that sums up that journey, because it's, you know, sometimes that journey is fun and exciting, and other times we feel like we're cooped up and we're struggling, and life is really kind of worrying, and the road that has been laid for us is one of the hardest roads that we can ever think to travel. But actually there are treasures on the way of that road, you know. There's going to be light at the end of this darkness. We've got some amazing people around us. Love is bigger and all of that. But wild horses were the waves that used to crash up over the walk underneath the cliffs in Saltdean, Sussex. Amazing times when I grew up there, and I really miss living by the sea. Maybe one day. I write this song from miles away in the place that I call home. With friends and family here with me, I've no reason more to roam. But I can hear the echoes of the places that I've been, and if I close my eyes and I can see again, I can see the wild horses as they break against the wall. Scatter pearls into the sky so I can watch them fall. Taste of freedom on my lips, I'll breathe the wild perfume. I close my eyes and I can see the blue. The road that I have traveled in may not have been laid well, but there's things I've learned along the way, as far as I can tell. Like Pauline, my heckler isn't here, but I know she's doing her best now. I can see the wild horses as they break against the wall. Scatter pearls into the sky so I can watch them fall. Taste of freedom on my lips and breathe the wild perfume. Oh, I close my eyes and I can see you. Here we go. This is for whoever requested Van Morrison. We were born before the wind, are so much younger than the sun. boat was one as we sailed into the mystic. Hark now, hear the sailors cry. Smell the sea, yeah, feel the sky. Lay your soul and your spirit fly into the mystic. Oh, and when that foghorn blows, you know I'll be coming home. Yeah. When that foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. Don't let me fear it, 'cause I'm gonna rock your gypsy soul. Like way back in the days of old. Magnificently we will flow into the mystic. Okay. And when that foghorn blows, yeah, I'll be coming home. And when that foghorn blows, don't have to fear it. Yeah, I wanna hear it, 'cause I'm gonna rock your gypsy soul. Like way back in the days of old. Magnificently we will flow into the mystic. He's an unidentified flying object. We'll meet him in the air. Yeah, I don't know how long I have to walk these earthly shores. One day I'll dwell in mansions, I'll stand on sapphire floors, and I will spend eternity beside the glassy sea with you. Till then I can look up and see the blue. I can see the wild horses, they break against the wall. Scatter pearls into the sky so I can watch them fall. Taste the freedom on my lips and breathe the wild perfume. Oh, I close my eyes and I can see the blue. Bless you, can I? I can see the wild horses as they break against the wall. Scatter pearls into the sky so I can watch them fall. Taste the freedom on my lips, I breathe the wild perfume. I close my eyes and I can see the blue. You're welcome, John. Close my eyes and I can see the blue. Oh, I close my eyes and I see the blue. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you so much. This has gone on a lot longer than I anticipated it going on, and my daughter is melting in the corner. Well, I'm melting. But so thank you so much, everybody who's hung around and tuned in. I really hope you've had a good evening, and yeah, do subscribe to this YouTube channel. You just click the subscribe button yeah, and you'll subscribe, and that's what it'll be, and you'll get videos and things. Yeah, visit my shop, and again, thank you so much to Richard and everybody else at Pontefract. You are absolute stars. Love you all. Love you all. Is that the right thing to say? And stay safe. do stay safe in this time, and don't worry, you know, it will be over. We'll all be able to hug each other again soon, and it'll be all right. So thanks. Take care, guys.